but at the same time, staying in my comfort zone doesn't mean I don't jump off a fucking cliff. Because YOLO! You know.
Mm.
I know that sounds really dramatic, but... basically, you know I like D&D, right? I don't like playing evil characters. Unless I'm the DM and I'm like, mwah ha 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 ha! You know, because I like playing the over evil children's villain that may be inspired by pantomime in a certain way. But yeah, I don't feel I can play a villain in D&D. The empathetic part of me takes over, you know? And then it's like, oh, but if you don't leave your comfort zone, you don't grow as a person. I'm like, I'm doing lots of stuff to grow as a person. Basically, being an evil fuck who, like, stabs people because I want money. I just don't feel that's who I am. And I understand that also I'm the sort of person who puts a part of themselves into their D&D characters, you know?
I don't know how good was it. I was trying to go from more kind of a little more neutral with T'Challa. She's loyal. She's a person of her. She's a null of her word, and she has an honor code. But she won't hesitate to kill you if you piss her off.
Yeah, and I thought you did that very well. But I never thought you were evil. You had a code. That's lawful neutral. That's not evil in any sense. Does that make sense?
Yep. But anyway, that's most. I get the whole empathetic part.
Just good and fun. Just put it in Melbourne next time, please.
It's just a shame that Irish fucking dropped me as soon as we were getting to the climax of just about the pinnacle of T'Challa's arc.
Yeah, I feel sorry about that. Just like, Benjamin's art was done in a sense. So I was like, you know, I'd face the one who killed me mum, stuff like that. But then I just found it bullshit that he expected us to DM, or he's wanted us to DM for us again, and then got pissed off when we were like, how can we trust you? Because at that point, he'd ended the game like 4 or 5 times.
Look, a hiatus. I don't mind taking a hiatus. You need a break, but my gosh.
No one would have cared if he'd like, yeah, I need like a month or 2 to rethink everything. Okay, that's fine. But then ending it in a game that I guarantee you, if we continue with this random in 100 years in the future sci-fi game thing, we would have been like, oh no, we need to go back to the original within like a month. Like, I'm sorry, but that's not an acceptable deal. You know, I feel our time is valuable. Like, I understand that there's nothing wrong with doing fuck all because it's your time. Like, if I want to sit around and watch YouTube, I don't feel I've wasted my time because I'm enjoying myself. But then I will not stand for someone wasting my time, if that makes sense.
And I'd really gotten, you know, at this point I was really attached to T'Challa and I was really getting into her backstory, her development.
And then Iris pulled the whole, oh, I want to end it so I can do a sci-fi campaign. And I'm like, you've literally tried to do this before.
You can't take a break on this one and go to the sci-fi one and then for a while and then come back to this one for a while and then go to the sci-fi one. Yeah.
It wasn't even a separate sci-fi campaign. It was like a sequel to this one, but we hadn't fucking finished the first one. It's like, I know this is a weird example because it's like if you fucking started the first Star Wars movie, did halfway through the second movie, then went, the fucking, the fourth one. Like, that's what it felt like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I gotta go into a game and like really get my character updated. I just haven't been on Roll20 in a while, and I was thinking of maybe putting her out there. Maybe if somebody needed a barbarian or something as a guest player, or my friend Ryan, he has a D&D game. If they need a guest, she's there.
But basically, what this happened was because they want another one of my friends wants to run a D&D game, and basically, do you want a lawful campaign or an unlawful campaign? And I'm like, I cannot play a villain. I just can't. I can play a rogue where they're conniving and where they do some shitty stuff. But then I'm not gonna fucking pull out my pistol and execute a man for, like, gangster style. Like, no. Like, if I wanted to do that, I'd fucking play GTA. I know that sounds a bit. Ugh. Like, part of me feels like I'm being made to be unreasonable, but I'm like, how? Again, it's the comfort zone thing. Like, I like my comfort zone. I see nothing wrong with this. Boundaries, consent are all a good part of D&D. Like, I know there was some flack online because some people were like, they're doing consent films, what pansies? But I'm like, they're establishing what their boundaries are. That's a very respectful thing to do. And then the DM isn't constantly worried, oh, can I do this? Can I do that? I don't know. Am I just being odd, Callie?
Well, it kind of was like that whole sequence where, Irish was gonna have, when T'Challa rejected Slackjaw, he was gonna have him commit suicide, and then he realized, wait a minute, my mother just fucking died, like, a month before. Let's maybe not do that. I tried not to, like I said, I didn't want my personal problems to get in the way of the game, but it's just like, yes, Slackjaw immediately goes to suicide.
But that felt like manipulation from Irish, not
Yeah.
gonna lie. Like, he was trying to get you to be with Slackjaw, but I'm like, he's not. It's not that just.
She's metaphorically balls deep in a huge quest. She ain't got time for that shit. Even if she did feel that way toward him, she ain't got time for that shit. In fact, her whole deal was she was so pissed at Benjamin or whatever for boinking, and then that whole thing with what's her face.
That was not my fault. No, that was not my fault. I did not know about this. I did not consent to this. They just sprung it on me, and I don't blame Sub. I blame Irish.
About her being pregnant. Oh, it might be a Knoll child, so I want you to teach it to be a Knoll. So it's like, and again, the way it's like she's been staying away from her family instead of running off to go help her because she was keeping her word and she was going to carry out her duty to the group, and then she finds out this happened. Not to mention those two put the mission at risk by going off and boinking, and then just the gall.
Yeah.
Just the absolute gall. It's like, oh, we totally boinked when you've been internally agonizing of not being able to go and help your clan, and
Hey.
It's a Knoll child. I want you to help me raise it.
I didn't say we were wrong. We just wanted a stress relief. That's fair. We didn't know it would lead to that. Mainly just Iris didn't fucking ask.
But you could tell how the whole pregnancy thing. That it's like, oh, it's going to be a Knoll. Would you help us raise it right? And it kind of made something into. I mean, he retconned it, I think. But it's just like, can you understand why T'Challa fucking snapped?
No, I absolutely do.
like the balls.
Yeah, I don't know. It had such it. But do you understand what my analogy
Yeah.
with the whole Star Wars films? That's what
Yeah.
it felt like. I get if we got to in canon or in story wise the end of the sixth movie where they're all celebrating, or the end the end of the movies, or just there was different arts. The end of the arts where the Indigo's dead, the world is saved, we're fucking drinking wine on a beach. I would not care if after that we faded into the sunset, said what we want to happen with our lives, and that's it. Then we move on to the sequel. I would be perfectly content with that because that feels like the right thing to do.
And I mean, come on, I got deprived of the coolness of T'Challa summoning a great dragon god. Awakening a great god.
I would DM it, but it's also like who else would want to join, kind of thing,
Nah, it's not your fault. I don't expect you. I guess for now, T'Challa is just a muscle for hire.
Did your invitation arrive? Rub it in, why don't you? If you must know.
Then Arglenna? The Fighters Guild can't show the worm. The Lion Guard forbade the Stormhaven chapter from seeking out the worm cult. Seems they want the glory for themselves. But you're not associated with that chapter, so Lion Guard pride be damned. Destroy it.
But yeah. The thing is, I want to do the Baldur's Gate 3 thing, and my friend said since it's been like over 15 or 20 years since like the last game released or something, or so it's like you can come into it just about completely blind. You don't need to have played the first two to necessarily play the Baldur's Gate 3. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I really want to play it, but I'm just like, do I have enough memory on this thing? On this thing I'm playing on right now? I'd have to like uninstall, Resident Evil, heck, maybe even Elder Scrolls Online, I don't know. And I still wanted to go back to Resident Evil 4.
One thing I'm not happy with is the class limitation. Like, I feel it should have, a good, the class. If they're gonna do a D&D game, I feel they should add all of the stuff in the updates, and they should make it so you can get to level 20. I get them not adding like booms and stuff to the beyond 20 stuff, because that's turning off official content, but still. Like, I think you should at least get to level 20, even if you have the basic class roster for now.
They have Dragonborn, but sadly I don't think in Tieflings, but sadly no Gnolls. I couldn't recreate T'Challa.
Yeah. There's no Gnolls, there's no Kobolds, there's no Goblins. So again, I'll play it, and I'll have fun, but I still feel there's a lot way to go before it's the perfect D&D game.
And I don't necessarily blame Scalies who like their, lizards have titties, but I am so glad they didn't make female Dragonborn just by slapping a pair of titties on them. It's like, be more creative. And apparently the female Dragonborn looked pretty good.
Your hands know the value of hard work. Come here, dear heart.
You get me right. It's like I'm pretty sure that the what was it in League of Legends or whatever, the Char, they were designing the female Char, and the directors or whatever wanted to just make them be anthropomorphic cats with titties, and it's like the art directors were like, either they have 6 titties like a real cat or none at all. and it's just like it's like be more creative when creating sexual dimorphism. You know, it's like that meme going around of like the orc, the demon, and the goblin or whatever. The male is this big hulking monstrosity, and the female is just a hot chick in a bikini with some, you know, green, red, or brown skin. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Princess and the pop star. But it's important to keep in mind that a lot of retelling of the original tale, the prince and the pauper, and not more luscious and a very good. It's set in modern day. But we still have that question of where is this? There's American accent, American culture, but there's royalty, and I know it doesn't matter, but it's just driving me insane. If you've seen the OG, it's pretty good. Fantasy used to trade lives to roam to seek the freedom and opportunity they don't get in their average lives. But this time we're playing with pop songs, including the remix of the Blue Noise and the pop style.
PA and never fall. Don't ever stray from protocol.
This one is actually pretty good. It's got a good contemporary twist and a tale that a predecessor already mastered, and while not quite as good as it, the plot here is still pretty fun. The two rich girls have to learn that more people struggle and
Honestly, they had me at the vampire slut boinking the wild shaped druid. They had me hooked.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, and like I think wasn't like the whole thing fan funded, so there were no corporations going, no, we can't have that. It's like, yes, let's make this unhinged and balls to the wall.
I'm sure if you wanted, he'd look kindly upon you. Self-improvement, betterment of commerce, and wealth are assured to all who kneel at his altar. In
And like
Zenithar's
that whole thing,
great
that
triumph
April
upon
Fool's
my
joke they made with they got Neil Newbon to play Asterion, the only fangs. Did you see that?
No, I've not seen that.
Okay, just go to YouTube and look up Baldur's Gate only fangs, like fang only fangs, and it should be the first thing that pops up. And I'm like, they know their fan base. These are people who know their fan base.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being horny.
It's
Well,
like
there's that
Traga and
one
Stampede, the director and a couple other producers have been coming to some U.S. cons recently and talking about it. And in the first one, they were trying to get picture. They tried to get time to get this picture of Minnie.
Is this Lorian Stilo's OnlyFangs?
Yes. What, Sulfurs? You just went out, I swear. Oh, you want down? Okay. I put her up on my bed. And she may or may not want to go out, whichever.
Yeah, one of my friends is a proper murder hobo, and oh my god, it's kind of difficult to DM for him, because as I'm sure you can imagine, DMing for a murder hobo is not fun, because any sort of social encounter I place, it's just stab! And then the other players are like, no, you can't just stab.
I'm sorry, I had taken my headset off to get Sophie down from the bed. What were you saying? Sorry, that was my fan.
I was saying that DMing for a murder hobo is fucking, like, tiring.
You know, I've always been an admirer of the physical form. Necks, ribs, thighs. Don't make me choose a favorite. And speaking
This guy just imbues horniness.
of forms, I gather you're something of an expert in. Oh yes.
Someone made a porn of him and they posted it.
Censored,
you're
of
an-
course.
Oh yeah. You're something of an expert in. Oh yes.
This is actually great.
It's imaginative, but not exactly life. You can do better, darlings. And I think with the right...
Are you telling me the character is literally encouraging you to draw porn of them?
Pretty much.
This is fucking amazing.
That's why I've decided to launch OnlyFans, your #1 source of exclusive unedited vampire spawn content. Come into my room and invite round to yours. I won't buy it. OnlyFans, coming soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Whatever that means.
That's fucking amazing.
I know, right?
Like, it's such there's such a sexual undertone, but at the same time you feel slightly scared.
Well, he is a vampire, so there
That's why.
there is an element of fear with the arousal.
Exactly.
That's the point.
Although, let's be honest, some people get off on that.
Let me tell you, I'm guessing Neil Newbon was absolutely giddy to play this because he played Carl Heisenberg in Resident Evil Village.
I did not know that.
He at one point. I think it was a cameo. Even if it was a cameo, he still agreed. He still agreed to do it. He basically put on like the glasses. He had like a little like glasses and hat like Carl Heisenberg's, and he goes, and he says, and he's in character as Carl Heisenberg. He goes, "Trans rights, or I'll rip your fucking head off."
Fairs. Literally, I don't understand why these right-wing people are going in. I've seen it. Are going into Target and attacking Pride. It's like, my dude, this is not satanic. Take your Ritalin. I know that sounds a bit extreme, but ugh.
But anyway, I just thought he was cool for that. Neil Newbon seems really chill.
Yeah, he actually seems like a good dude.
I don't put any human up on a pedestal, but Ryan Reynolds.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm just prefacing. Ryan Reynolds, I guess Henry Cavill, Neil Newbon, they all seem like good, down to earth people.
I cannot wait for his 40k show because he actually understands the fucking law and is the actual director, so no one can fuck with it.
Well, you enjoy that because I have not a fucking clue about Warhammer.
Well, would you like to watch it when it comes out? I'll explain to you some of the stuff.
Don't be mad at me if I'm not quite as I don't get into it, but
Kelly, if you don't like it, I won't care. I'm just gonna say, hey, this is cool, this is this, and then tell you what the things are called, shit like that.
I can enjoy the fact that you're enjoying it.
Yeah, exactly. And if you don't like it, I'll be like, hey, it's fine. It's mainly built for Warhammer fans. Which is true, because it is. But, he likes the thing that went wrong with The Witcher is because a bunch of people who laugh at the source material and think it's so funny that someone actually wanted to make a fantasy novel and not be full of pointless romance bullshit, because modern Hollywood is great, Callie. Sorry.
I mean, Geralt and Yennefer's relationship is fraught, and at times it's toxic, and the point is it's flawed and it's chaotic, and that's kind of the point.
Yeah, exactly. But then they just basically made their own fantasy show, but just had Geralt in it. That's literally what it felt like in season 2. And
like, I get it. You wanna go out and make your own fantasy shit, but you don't have much of a name. I'm like, just bite the bullet and and do good with an established franchise. And if you do good with an established franchise, guess what? You try to strike out something original. People might be more willing and ready to do it.
If they did The Witcher the same way they did season 1, it's basically like it felt like the video games, but obviously you're watching it and not playing it, right?
It's like I don't expect a 1-to-1 recreation of the novels, but.
I expected it to be faithful, but then it wasn't. And when they got involved, and then it was bullshit because they tried to peg him as a toxic male gamer because he actually wanted the franchise to, you know, follow the fucking franchise. Like, I'm sorry, love. That is not toxic. That is being a proper. That's being a proper. That's not proper person. That's being passionate about the
Like,
IP.
you literally hired one of The Witcher's biggest fanboys to be Geralt. What the fuck do you expect?
And then they fired him from DC because he's saying this doesn't feel like Superman. Which, I'll be honest, the latest DC's films have been shit. I like Catwoman, but, you know, that's because it was dud.
It isn't Ezra Miller is like a human trafficker, and they're still wanting anything
No,
to do with
literally,
him.
the director was like, oh, I'm sure people will forgive and forget. And it's like, no. If you're a fucking child predator, you do not live it down on the internet. And the internet is your biggest advertiser.
The internet never forgets. Oh, yep.
Like, I get it with Johnny Depp if they brought him back with stuff. But then you still have people like, oh, I don't care what the court says. Amber Heard was right. And I'm like, no, she wasn't. She's a bitch.
Honestly, I really don't think any sort of trial should be publicized like that one was.
Like, there's literally a photo where she's posing to cry, and then she just does back to normal. And it's like,
And I also want to give the benefit of the doubt because male victims of domestic abuse are often laughed off or not believed.
Yeah, because, you're not being manly enough. You need to man up, son. And it's like, fuck off with that toxic male shit. If I'm being beaten by a woman every day, I am a victim. Fuck you. You know? I'd like to clarify I'm not, but you know what I mean.
I get you. I know.
Because it's like, just because I'm a man doesn't mean I should have to be like, oh, you should be manly because I demand it. And it's like, fuck off. Although I do think people in society care way too much what strangers think. Like, if someone doesn't like me just because of how I act, unless I'm being an actual cunt, I don't care.
Oh, and I totally, somewhat related, but you know that I don't know since you're British, but there was a clip floating around not too long ago. Apparently, Mitch McConnell had like a fucking stroke on camera, and it was really awkward. It's like he stopped. He was giving a speech or something, and he stopped mid-speech. But somebody took that clip, and as he starts freezing up, they edited the wolf from Puss in Boots: The Last Wish whistling at him.
Oh no.
Death.
I mean, from what I've understood, he is a horrible person.
Yes, he is, and I don't fucking feel bad. It's like I didn't feel fucking bad about the whole Ocean Gate disaster. I'm like, that was hubris.
You know there's a fucking sea shanty about it, right?
I think somebody made a parody of the Yellow Submarine, I think.
No, it's not Yellow Submarine they've done.
I'll have to look that up later. It's like, I don't
Let
feel
me
bad.
find it.
It's like, no, I don't feel bad. This was hubris. The only person I feel maybe kind of bad for is the kid, but that's about the extent of my pity.
That is Ocean Gate.
Well, the good stop the tide.
It's breaking up. I'll listen to it later. Let's see.
Let me just send it, yeah.
Oh, let me just search one journal.
Where are you? There you are.
Music box, crank key. Ooh, go to Galen.
It's called Old Neptune.
Apparently, someone did like. Was it you that said someone did the crab rave? It's like crabs at the Titanic when their five guys arrives.
No.
The crab rave.
Like, have you seen the meme where like the orchards are banging on pots like send more billionaires, bang bang bang.
It's although from what I read, only actually a small. It's actually a very very small percentage of boats that the orcas are attacking. But I'm just going. You know what? They probably did something to those orcas. Apparently, the leader, White Gladys. Apparently, she was a boat hitter, and she might be a little miffed about that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sink the yachts.
And plus, it's like,
Plus
oh no, something that you spent $1 million on that you actually have insured because these things get insured went down. Oh no, no one's died. Oh no, like. No, I don't feel sorry that they lost a piece of property that they have insured.
And I think it's more like sailboats rather than yachts. But we can be nice. We can imagine sink the rich.
Yeah, and also the fact is, they're not harming the people. Like literally, the people. There's a case where people left in a lifeboat. They don't care about the people. They associate the boat with the bad thing.
I mean, who knows what they're thinking? Some people might have said it's even them playing, but you know, those things are orcas are fucking smart.
Yes, they are. Again, I think the whole putting them in like cages of like the equivalent of barely being in like a box that's like 6 foot wide. For them, I just find it so cruel.
At a very limit, I would say maybe for rescue and rehabilitation, but yeah, they just don't. There are some creatures you just don't and should not be kept in captivity.
Like, I can't remember if they're one of the creatures that passed the litmus test. Wait, do you know what the litmus test is?
No.
You know the whole thing if an animal can recognize itself as itself in the mirror?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty dadgummit, really? Anyway.
Yeah, it can recognize itself as an individual and not like an other animal would, where it sees it as a potential rival. It recognizes this is me.
Why doesn't she understand that?
Which shows a modicum of intelligence that at least demands respect, at least in my opinion.
Although, to be fair, the litmus test or whatever isn't necessarily a foolproof method, because a lot of great apes, like, direct eye contact is a sign of aggression, so they might not necessarily want to stare at what they might at first think is another ape for too long, because, like I said, a direct eye contact is a sign of aggression.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I'm just saying that, yeah, they're one of the ones who have passed it. And also some great apes have also passed it. Because, you know, they can tell the difference between an ape that is just, like, scared shitless of a reflection thinking it's a rival, and or then, you know,
And now her tail's all in a pop. To her,
itself. So, you know, I can't remember how they test it, but they do test it.
Considering, you know, dolphin, you gotta be a little more cautious around dolphins, but the fact
Dolphins are fucking raping little shits.
Orcas, there's no recorded attack of a wild orca on a human.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, the captive ones, but it's also like, if you were getting fucking abused like that,
if you were stuck in a jail cell with little to no stimulation, you'd go a little fucking bonkers too.
Like, I feel sorry for the trainers, but I blame the fucking corporation behind SeaWorld. Like, absolutely, it is, in my opinion, beyond a doubt, that because they treat them so shitly, that the SeaWorld Corporation is at fault. That's why they've had to stop breeding. But then suddenly, oh, somehow the male and the female got into a tank randomly. Oh no, they must have fought through the gate. And I'm like, what? Like, I understand them breeding endangered animals to boost the population, but not. It's also really, it's a controversial line, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, on, what was it? Onto the whole male beast thing. You know, men in, like, medieval knights have been recording getting PTSD, right?
What now, huh?
So, essentially, there was a few cases of medieval knights waking up with, like, night terrors and shit. Because, well, they have PTSD. Like, literally hearing a metal, like a fort being dropped into the ground would cause them to, like, you know, quake in fear and shit. Because PTSD has always been a thing. Humans are not built for war.
Well, the small skirmishes, maybe, but like big, absolutely devastating war, probably not.
No, exactly. So, like, knights physically have gotten PTSD, and there's recordings of it. But obviously, we didn't understand at the time, and now when looking back at it, it's like the sight of a sword makes him, you know, fly, flee. The sound of a blacksmith makes them start crying and screaming. You hear that, and it's like modern PTSD. So, you know, again, the whole knights, the manliest men think of, got PTSD, had feelings, had emotional problems. I find the whole, oh, you should man up, or your ancestors would be ashamed. My ancestors are fucking dead.
This is a great area for harvesting.
So, like, ugh.
It's kind of like, also I've seen. I know your beliefs and stuff, but it's like I've seen some people counter it with, "Bruh, my ancestors would be thrilled that I'm getting 3 full meals a day."
Yeah, that's also true. Although I do find it a bit like, I'm just like, what would the founding fathers think? They've been dead for 200 years. Think of what your current country is thinking. Like, I understand tradition, but at the same time, for me at least, tradition is just peer pressure by old people.
Dead people. By dead people, nonetheless. Yeah. A lot of times, dead people, nonetheless.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, their opinion matters less than my own.
It's like that in the original Mulan. It's like Mulan's mother going, "Oh, I should have prayed to the ancestors for luck," and Grandma goes, "What do they know? They're dead." Or something, like, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's the exact line.
Went to died in one day. On the 18th of June, she left on her way to seek out Titanic as she lay in her grave. Don't mess with old Neptune or he'll take you away. Well, they're gone away, down in the sea. Gone away, singing with me. Deep in the ocean, that's where they all lay. Don't mess with old Neptune or he'll take you away. 5 people aboard her, 1 young and 4 old. They paid for their tickets with their weight in gold. Their hubris did nothing but lead them astray. Don't mess with old Neptune or he'll take you away. Well, they're gone away, down in the sea.
Gone away, singing with me. Deep in the ocean, they all play. Let's we go take you away.
They sent out the vessels to scour the sea. They searched far and wide. It looked rather bleak till one day.
Seriously, what I find bullshit with the whole Ocean Gate thing is they pretty much thought it was dead day one, and yet they wasted millions of dollars. While it's like people, people fleeing actual war zones in fucking little dinghies, who have actually start drowned. Nah, fuck them. They're poor, Callie.
To be fair, I think the thing is the implosion had been detected on some like secret experimental, microphones. So I guess I understand why they didn't want to come forward immediately.
Mm-hmm. But the only good thing about it is, again, near instant, like faster than a gunshot, faster than your brain can comprehend, they would have died.
Oh yeah, and then the next in line in Ocean Gate's like, we want to go to space, and I'm like, what? So it can explode and people get sucked out into the vacuum of space.
Jeff Bezos! Sorry. I know my bag.
I mean, what a spectacular idea! Invite all your billionaire friends to go with you.
Again, I see 4 victims and a murderer. He knew what he was doing. He knew it was shit. He just thought he could get away with it and keep getting away with it, and he died to his own hubris. I'm sorry, but he generally did.
Let's see.
In front of Emily, don't have to take you away. Well, they're gone away, down in the sea. Gone away, sing it with me. Deep in
There's a lot of uncertainty in Bel.
where they all lay. Don't mess with old Neptune or I'll take you away. Well, the good stuff died in one day. On the 18th of June, she left on her away to seek out Titanic as she lay in her grave. Neptune, take you away. Well, they're gone away, down in the sea. Gone away, sing it with me. Deep in the ocean, that's where they all play. Don't mess with old Neptune or I'll take you away. 5 people order, 1 young and 4 old. They paid for their
What's on the docket today?
Well, they're gone away down in the sea. Gone away, sing it with me. Deep in the ocean, that's where they all lay. Don't mess with old Neptune or he'll take you away. Well, the moral fine here is rather clear. Don't hoard all your money while we're starving up here. The souls of Titanic have had their revenge. Don't mess with old Neptune, will take you away.
I went gone away down in the sea. Gone away, then him with me. Deep in the ocean, around. You know, gone away down in the sea. Gone away, then him with me. Deep in the ocean,
That's where they all lay. Don't mess with old Neptune or he'll take you away.
There's a lot of uncertainty in... There's a lot of uncertainty.
Can the tank is so brave and strong. If I believe in my friends, we'll get through. The violence is scary. Oh, so many.
There's a lot of
enemies.
uncertainty in
I'm trying my
Belcourt.
best to keep up. Oh no, a super powerful attack. This is all my fault. Oh no, I can't find the rogue. Hope they're okay. Don't die. I can't do this alone.
Get up. You died when I say you can die. You need healing.
Oh, are you the tank? No. So
There's a
shut up.
lot of
Stand in
uncertainty.
the red, you deserve to die. No, not out of manner. I just don't like you. The rogue can stay dead. That's forever.
Stop pulling everything. When I'm not healing, I'm out DPSing you. You're a DPS, so get better.
You got one shot.
Can't out heal stupidity. I am already healing you. Move away from the damage.
Didn't be food.
Well, whose fault is that?
Oh, you're all dead. Well, guess I'm soloing this then.
There's a lot of uncertainty in Belcourt these...
Let me just copy this and send this to you.
There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of uncertainty.
And
There's a lot of uncertainty in Belcourt.
Well, they're gone away down in the sea.
There's a lot of uncertainty.
Away, sing it with me. Deep in the ocean, that's where they all lay. Come mess with old Neptune or he'll take you away. 5 people of the order, 1 young and 4 old. They paid for their tickets with their weight in gold. Their hubris did nothing but lead them astray. Don't mess with Neptune, will take you away. Well, they're gone away down in the sea. Gone away, sing it with me. Deep in the ocean, that's where they all lay. Don't mess with old Neptune or he'll take you away. They sent out the vessels, powerless sea. They searched far and wide.
do you think you can make T'Challa in Star Wars?
I mean, isn't there like the Shistovanans or something?
Something like that.
There's a lot of uncertainty.
Look, I may be needing a new player soon. I'm still deciding, because, like, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a fucking argument eventually.
There's a lot of uncertainty.
They search far and wide, look rather bleak, till one day the wreckage runs up away. From vessels and take you away. Well, they're gone away down in the sea. Gone away, sing it with me. Deep in the ocean, that's where they all lay. Don't mess with old Neptune or take you away. Moral find here, it is rather clear. Don't lord all your while
There's a lot of
men up here. The souls of Titanic have had their revenge. Mess with old Neptune will take
There's a
you
lot of uncertainty.
away. Well, they're gone away down in the sea. Gone away, sing it with me. Deep in the ocean, that's where they all lay. Don't mess with old Neptune or take you away. They're gone away down in the sea. Gone away, sing it with me. Deep in the ocean, that's where they all lay. Don't mess with old Neptune or take you away.
Let's ride!
I bid farewell to the port and the land. I paddle away from brave England's white sand to search for my long ago forgotten friend. Search for the fate I hear of dead. As the souls of the dead fill the space of my mind.
So how's Elder Scrolls going?
Good. I'm just working on trying to get all the
Attend!
event pages. Have. Quama Miner's Kit Boots. Alrighty. I guess I might as well. Okay, yeah, I think I have all of the... already have that collectible.
Yeah, I don't know. I just need to sort stuff out. Then maybe.
What might be?
Not a course through the night to a place I once knew, to a place where I hope dying on my crew. So I swallow my grief and take my smile of death, my promise as the souls of the dead fill the space of my eyes. Then I'll my heart longs to join them sings of joy. I remember
They went off me in the ocean, wherever will be.
when nothing more my ghostly ship makes I stand. I shed a small tear for mine home upon land. Though their eyes may come yet filled with struggle and strife, their smiles no day I don't owe them my life. And the souls of the dead fill the space of my eyes, and my boat listed over and tried to capsize. I'm this far from drowning, this far from the sea. I remember the living, do they think of me? When my boat's in the ocean.
No, fuck.
Oh, I bid farewell to the home world and all. Do they think of me? When their boat's
In the ocean, will be.
through the night to a place I once knew, to a place where my hope died along with my crew. So I follow my grief and face like final test. My promise of the top. And the souls of the dead fill the space of my
If you want a break from
Yeah,
Outer
that's fine.
Scrolls,
That's fine. Okay. Oh, I was wondering what that was. I accidentally pressed the button. Dragon Star Arena. Poor dust. Okay.
and afterlife children, their beckoning is. My heart longs to join them, sing songs of peace. I remember the fallen.
Way, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises early in the morning.
I'm just gonna say, if I sing will it get copyrighted, then I'm like, oh wait, no, it's a one that's not copyright. That's why everyone fucking does it. Way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises early in the morning.
What do we do with a drunken sailor? What
Sailor,
do we
what
do
do we
with a
do with
drunken?
a drunken sailor?
What do we
Up
do with a drunken sailor early in the
in the
morning?
morning. Way hey up she rises, way. Wait, no.
Way,
Yeah. I'm getting my lyrics confused. Shit. Ah!
put him in a longboat till he's sober. Put him in a longboat till he's sober. Put him in a longboat till he's sober. Lie in the morning.
trying to remember the.
Shave his
I was
belly
doing
with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor.
Shave it, but rusty razor early in the morning. Trent, yeah, there we go. Trenton Sailor. There we go. Yeah, literally because it's copyright free, as in no one owns it because it's 100 years old. It's fucking great just that everyone makes it because it's interesting to see how there's like so many different versions.
And my boat lifted over and tried to capsize. I'm this far from drowning, this far from the sea.
I remember it.
Did I miss anything interesting?
When my boat hit the ocean for
Well, that was unfortunate. Let's try this again. And do remember that people are watching.
I'm not sure what I want. I don't know if it's I always thought fast and all wrong. A big sail for the door.
I thought I heard the old man say, "Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Tomorrow you will get your pay, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the wind don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. I hate to sail on this rotten tub. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. No grog allowed in rotten grub, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the wind don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. The wind was
See, no,
foul
it's
and the steam
this.
ran high. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. We shipped it green and passed it by. And it's time. Sorry.
No, you were doing it right. You did it. I was gonna say what lyric you were on then, but you did it right.
I think I slightly mixed it up.
You got one, yeah.
the souls of the dead live forever in my mind. As I live all the years and
Oh gosh, I love to. Back when I was still playing Assassin's Creed 4, it was so nice to just sail and listen to them sing shanties.
Mhm. Yeah, that's. I believe it's the Lonnie. Yes, the Lonnie Johns who did that.
I remember the fallen and the pain for our souls the ocean together.
a glass of rum for every man. Whiskey.
Well, Johnny, whiskey is the life of
Oh,
man. Whiskey for my
my
Johnny.
Johnny. Oh.
I drink whiskey when I can. Whiskey, Johnny. I drink whiskey out of an old tin can. Whiskey for my Johnny. Ooh.
Billy Riley, Mr. Disaster. Oh, Billy Riley. Oh, Billy Riley. Billy Riley, Billy Riley, oh Billy Riley. Yeah, birds, oh Billy Riley, oh Billy Riley. Oh Billy Riley, oh Billy Riley. Oh Billy Riley, oh Billy Riley. Oh Billy Riley, oh Billy Riley, Billy Riley, oh Billy Riley. Oh Billy Riley, oh.
And we know so.
Way up she rises early in the morning. With a drunken sailor, what will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Way up she rises, way. She rises early. On him, put him in the double with the hose pipe on him. Double with the hose pipe on him, early in the morning. Way up, she rises, way. She rises, way up, she rises in the morning. When that brother to the he's over. The bridge until he's sober. Put him in the bridge until he's sober. In the morning, hey up she rises, way up
Up
she
she
rises,
rises,
way.
and up
She
she
rises
rises
early in
early in
the
the morning.
morning.
Let's try this again. And do remember that people are watching.
Your man's
Leave Johnny. Oh, you it's your pay, and it's time for us to leave her.
leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time
For
for us
us
to
to
leave
leave
her. Winter towel and the days run dry.
dry.
Leave her,
Her
Johnny, leave
leave
her.
her. It's just gone by, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny.
And the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and
And
it's
it's
time.
time for us to leave
Leave her.
her.
This is on this rotten.
Leave her, Johnny.
This is on rotten ground. Leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, the voyage is long and the wind don't blow when
when
it's
it's
time
time for
to
us
leave her. Drifting, rotten the ball. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Just near with the one shore and it's time to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. We'll leave her, Johnny, leave her. And the voyage is long and the winds don't blow and it's time for us to leave her.
I don't know any harmonies, otherwise I'd try.
It's fine. Land, lowland away.
My John.
In white, lowland away. Lowland, lowland away.
My John.
Lowlands away. Lowland, lowland away. Lowlands away.
You know what they say. If at first you don't succeed, just give up.
Lowland, lowland away. Land, lowlands away. Lover's dead. Lowlands away.
Well, that was unfortunate. Let's try this again. And do remember that people are watching.
Lowlands away. Away. Away, away, oh. Down with the real grand and away, round away, 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 oh. Down with the real grand. Way, away, oh. It's down with the royal grand and away, right away, away, right. We're down with the royal grand. Away, away. We're down for the wild run, and away, right away, away. Down for the wild run. Down with the royal ground and away, roll away, away, royal ground. Excuse me.
It's okay.
Never the home way, Rolando. It's not just a rolling the top to be rolling in Randy Dandy, yo.
Heave Apollo, heave away, way, hey, Rolando. Our boots and our clothes, boys, are all in the pot to be rollicking randy dandy.
You have done it. You
The Lord's way, hey, Rolando. Pretty until the down in the front. Rollicking Randy Dandy, oh. Eat up all the heat away. Way, hey, Rolando. Just on board on the tables a store to be rollicking Randy Dandy, oh. Way, hey, Rolando. You will be down to the helm in the face. Rollicking Randy Dandy, oh. Heat up all the heat away. Way, hey, Rolando. Just on board and the tables are stored to be rollicking Randy Dandy, oh.
in the depths of my realm.
Fairly well, goodbye, fairly well. On my say, the bound to rise or homeward bound. Goodbye, fairly well, goodbye, fairly well. Fuck, I don't know the song as well. Every boys are homeward bound. Goodbye, fairly well, goodbye, fairly well. But the boys were homeward bound. Fairly well, goodbye, fairly well. Every boy were homeward bound. Fairly well, goodbye, fairly well. And the boys were homeward bound. Bye fairly well. Goodbye fairly well. Goodbye, me boys. Goodbye fairly well. Goodbye fairly well. Goodbye, me boys. We're homeward bound. Bye fairly well. Goodbye fairly well. Goodbye, me boys. We're homeward bound. Bye fairly well. Goodbye fairly well. So, oh, me boys, we're homeward bound.
My grandpa had some stories to tell. He was in the. Gosh, was there. I think the only branch of the U.S. military he didn't serve in was the Marines. It's like, it was the Air Force, Army, Navy. And he was shipped out for the Korean War, I think. He served on a ship.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be a library, but it turned into a community center. It's the McBride Center. It's named after my grandpa's brother, my Uncle Ernie. He was, gosh, I'll have to look it up. I think he was a part of this unit called the Night Ravens, and he flew.
Not gonna lie, that sounds like a Space Marine chapter.
Let's see. Anyway, he used to be called the Candy Man because he'd fly low and toss candy out the window to friendlies, but he got shot down when he took a group of people for friendlies, but they were actually the enemy in Vietnam.
Oh, that's... But yeah, I mean, obviously, I survived because, you know, your hair.
My grandpa, but Uncle Ernie. We actually, I'll have to find the news article, the video, but me, my grandma, and my grandpa actually went and cut the ribbon to open it after it was refurbished as a community center.
That's nice.
no ship that ever did sail, sailed out of Paris on a windy day. And we're waiting for the day, waiting for the day, waiting for the day that we get our pay. She was built in Roman time, made together with intertwined. And we're waiting for the day, waiting for the day, waiting for the day that we get our pay. Nothing in the galley, nothing in the hold. It was turned in with a bag of gold. And we're waiting for the day, waiting for the day, waiting for the day that we get our pay. Our orphan's nest it sprang a leak. Here a tall old timber's creek. And we're waiting for the day, waiting for the day, waiting for the day that we get our pay. We humped our way down stormy neck, back round to the west northwest. And we're waiting for the day, waiting for the day, waiting for the day that we get our pay. Into the humper and up to town, few lighters come for round. And we're waiting for the day, waiting for the day, waiting for the day when we get our pay. We're waiting for the day, waiting for the day.
Wait for the day we get our pay.
So early in the morning, say the lights bottle, say the lights bottle. So early in the morning, say the lights bottle. So early in the morning,
Like a bottle. So early in the morning, Ella loves his bottle. In the morning, Ella loves his bottle. Early in the morning. Early in the morning, Ella loves his bottle. His bottle. Mario.
I don't ever use werewolf anyway, so. Whiskey made me pawn my clothes. Whoop! Oop, drop something. Shit.
roll and go. Where am I to go, me Johnny? Oh, where am I to go? Where's the John Sailor Boy? Now where am I to go? Go. Hey, hey, I roll and go. Where am I to go? How's the ESO going?
Uh,
Where am I to go? I blow, and so it say of me. One of the luxury, and on the delta of the rise submarine. No and those. I belong somewhere. And then the survivor. Hello, I say away. The sea. And then on the side of the survivor.
Let's even the odds a little, shall we?
Ow. It's 65 at the old hotel. He was commissioned to hold the black top at the Northumbria. Oh, Northumbria Road. Ain't a night every power that be. They are monsters right there on the tree. No, follow. Roll, Northumbria, roll. They just went in a bottle of wine. They tried to sit down on the side. They had was the bottle to lie. No, Northumbria, roll, me right. Roll, Northumbria, roll. And it's one for the hearts on above, two for the empire we love, and it's three for the fire down below. Roll on Northumbria, roll Northumbria, roll. It's one for the hearts on above, two for the empire below, and it's three for What are you up to?
I'm doing a group thing over here, and I'm sorry, I'm like hyper focused.
She's fine.
May I?
Da, 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 da.
So what are you up to?
Still trying to attack. I think this is the final for the final boss for this arena.
After that, do you want to watch something?
Maybe we'll see. Because it's like midnight where I am, and it just depends on. I'm maybe gonna try this one more time.
Hey, it's fine if you can't. I'm just thought I'd ask, you know?
It'll probably be tomorrow during the day, maybe. But yeah, I got one more.
Let's even the odds a little, shall we? to see what I'm capable of?
What do you say we try some of the local fare? I'm famished.
Dennis believe.
At the time, I'm probably just gonna get off.
Yeah, I'm probably just fixing to settle down myself. But thanks for chatting and singing sea shanties with me anyway.
Yeah, you're welcome. Night.
Night. Okay, now what did he want?
None of us is getting any.
Magistrix Box did something terrible to the people of Selphora. Why is the Tribunal silent in the face of such atrocities?
Cure for low spirits.
About time. Got
What?
Selling, buying, trading. Right here. I wish I was off adventuring.
Heavy with enchanted trait. Heavy with enchanted trait. Thank God he got me. Chest, legs, waist, hands, and feet. Okay.
What do you require of a Zabi frequent employee?
1 day, 8 hours. I can do one more day. Okay. Well, just gonna be. Guess that'll be it. Thank you, anybody who joined me.